How does it keep on getting better? Mexico has done nothing but continually blow our socks off every single day, and there has been no sign that it's going to stop. We have wandered our way into the Mexican state of San Luis Potosi with the intention to drive the waterfall circuit that exists here in the jungle-covered mountain ranges. But Mother Nature has different plans for us. Come along with us as we navigate adversity and turn change plans into new opportunities. There's a river full of beauty out there, folks, so buckle up and let's roam. Okay, so we've arrived in the jungle. We did so with high hopes for hot weather, days of swimming in clear blue water with the sun beating down on our heads, abounding tropical fruit, all while our troubles simply melt away and flow down the river. Well, that certainly didn't happen. Believe it or not, it's overcast and a mere 7 degrees Celsius. It's warmer back home on Vancouver Island than it is here. Needless to say, this is not what we expected. So what do we do when things don't go our way? We pivot and go a different direction. Just another wonderful benefit to living in a home on wheels.
Oh, hello. Are you cute? You think I have food for you, don't you? Hi. 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 Hello.
Hi. Your mouth smells like food.
All right, so here's the deal. We have been in this spot for 3 days, and it has been about 10 degrees Celsius and cloudy or rainy. I can't skip this area and not see it in its sunny glory warmness. So we're trying to figure out what to do next.
And what we're going to do next is we're actually going to go back north. There's like an ecological reserve north of us, about 4 hours. And we're just going to hang out there, hike, and I believe there's a few waterfalls. And hopefully once the temperature kind of warms up and we start to get a little bit more sun, then we'll start heading south through San Luis Potosi and doing our grand waterfall tour that we've been looking forward to. But as of right now, it is quite cold, and we need to charge our batteries because we've been sitting here for 2 full days and we're getting down. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Let's go. Overlanding internationally is just a stream of never-ending decisions. Do we go left? Do we go right? Should we stay here? Should we stay there? Eat in or order out? Drive a day to escape the weather or sit tight and wait it out? Pros and cons. It's what we live and die by. In general, we prefer to stay moving. If the weather is less than ideal, instead of waiting around, we know there are countless other places to explore, so we pack up and motor along. It had been our intention to visit Cascada Salto del Agua while in this area. However, the dam upriver had been closed, and therefore we were fairly certain the falls were not flowing. Not to worry. What we would learn soon is that pretty much every flowing river in this area is milky blue and has some level of cascading waterfall.
This is a dangerous proposition.
my gosh! Just a litter of babies. Here, come here.
As we progressed north into the state of Tamaulipas, we eventually made it out from underneath the hanging carpet of stratus clouds, and the sun's golden rays began to light our way once again. With the windows down and the cool breeze blowing in from the window, I couldn't help but be reminded of home and the many drives back to my place through agricultural land just like this. Those moments while I had nothing but the road ahead of me and my music to entertain me, my mind would fill full of dreams of travel to distant lands. Now it seems that we found ourselves on the opposite side of that wanderlust.
This morning we have breakfast bonanza. What? It's breakfast bonanza.
So we have parked in an eco reserve in a parking lot last night, and we woke up to an actual symphony of birds. It's pretty wild. I've never personally heard anything just like this. Pretty cool. After a chance encounter with Santiago, which you'll hear about in a moment, we wound up getting an impromptu tour of the Centro Interpretativo Ecológico, or CIE for short.
Guacamaya verde, cabeza amarilla. Dale. Yeah.
He's mi amigo.
New friend.
Just
Alright.
don't poop on me, buddy.
Hey. One moment.
Oh, hello. Hi.
That's amazing. And you need the wide now.
Oh my gosh. I know, right? I feel like he's gonna poke my ear out. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Likes you.
The CIE, established in 2010, is located in Gómez Ferias, Tamaulipas, at the base of the Sierra Madre Oriental. Serving as the gateway to the El Cielo Biosphere Reserve, the CIE aims to educate visitors about the region's rich biodiversity and the importance of environmental conservation. The center features interactive galleries that showcase various ecosystems and highlight the diverse flora and fauna of the reserve. Emphasizing sustainable agriculture, the CIE is constructed with eco-friendly materials and incorporates green technologies, such as elevated walkways made from recycled plastics to facilitate wildlife movement, and green roofs for natural insulation. Visitors can explore exhibits on local wildlife, including aviaries and herpetariums, and participate in educational workshops focused on ecotourism and biodiversity preservation.
So cute. Oh, scared.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh. The way they jump.
Baby.
Parrots on our heads aside, we learned that some Canadian folks had actually taken part in forming this eco-reserve, which we thought was pretty cool.
Oh, you're gonna pee on me probably.
Fish. It's bright to peel, no problem, no danger. Mandíbula, casi igual al cuello.
Meg and I had a chance to pet and handle a variety of furry and otherwise creatures. Overall, the experience was simply wonderful, and we're thrilled we said yes to going inside upon Santiago's invitation. If you're interested in going, we'll leave a link in the description below. This whole tour cost us 40 pesos each, so about $4 USD total.
Okay, surprise. That was totally fantastic. We followed Santiago into the parking lot, and then he just like invited us to come in and check out the reserve and like the
Interpretive center.
That's the word I was looking for. And he showed us through the whole thing, gave us so much information. I mean, we both did our best to understand the Spanish he was speaking, which, thank you, Santiago. Your Spanish was very slow.
Yeah.
So I could kind of pick up on a few words. You want to say something about it?
It was awesome. Like, we got to see animals that I've never seen in person, like so close up. And a couple of times he like brought us into the cages with them, which was really cool. It was sad. Like, everything is a bit sad for me because they're in these like tiny, super tiny cages and pacing around like so nervous. I'm just like, my heart breaks for them, and they're never going to be released into the wild. Like, I couldn't quite understand. It seems like they were in danger. These animals were in danger somehow, and so they captured them and brought them here. And unfortunately, they won't be able to release them to the wild. But nonetheless, like, that was such a cool experience, like an excellent Spanish lesson.
Yeah.
And we made a new friend, a new friendly face in Santiago.
So that was great. If you guys are going to be traveling Mexico, I would strongly suggest coming here. I mean, if anything, just to have parrots land on your head. Or to get to see...
My hair feels a little dirty.
Yeah. Or to see live jaguars, or, hold snakes. I mean, it was really cool. I'd never held a boa constrictor before, and I'd never had a parrot land on my head.
Yeah.
So,
really
first
cool.
time for everything, and that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to drive to Altacima, which is on a rough kind of...
bicycle track.
Yeah, but we can get there apparently, and we can camp there, so... That's what we're going to do, and then we're going to just hike for the next couple days.
All right. Cyclist route. 16.7K. Never mind. Not a cyclist route. Hey there, bud.
Oh, hey there. How's it going? Just down here airing down them tires, eh? You betcha.
Gotta make it up that road. It's a bit bumpy.
As I've said about some of the roads we've driven before, this road wasn't really technical, but the sheer lack of consistent road surface made it so we had to drive painfully slow. Our forward progress averaged about 5 kilometers per hour, and inside, we were jostled around like a rock tumbler. Nonetheless, it's always a good time when you're exploring in search of a good camp spot, albeit a little bit tiring.
you feeling about our, let me see, an hour and 17 minutes to 5.71 kilometers?
Not great.
Great.
Alex says, why are we always rock crawling this van? I said, you are why we are always rock crawling this van.
We did, however, find a really nice place to stop for a minute and enjoy the view. So out there somewhere is the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, as we all know, Meg loves horses. She's been trying to feed one. I'm pretty sure that's not a horse. I'm pretty sure that's a mule. And Meg has a carrot, and we're gonna see if mules eat carrots.
Hey, psst, psst. What this? Come here.
Come to me, please.
And I think that's a definitive answer that mules don't like eating
Doesn't
carrots
respond
from Meg. Okay, we have a redemption try. Let's see if this one will eat a carrot. I'm sorry, babe, but I don't know if horses like you.
Yes, they do.
Okay, now the question. We'll take one from me. Oh well. I'm not broken up about it. Okay, bye!
Thank God, I couldn't have handled the rejection.
I think we really should have done this by motorbike. It's a lot easier and quicker.
Autocima. How many hours?
2 hours.
To go how far?
9 kilometers.
What?
Local school ground. There's a local secondary school. Well, we have seemingly found our campground for the night, but yet again, no one is here. So I've managed to find maybe the only level-ish spot on this entire piece of land. And Meg is over there propagating a plant. Well, honey, how's the plant propagation going?
So all my plants died when we were in Colorado. And today, in the jungle, I was able to find... This is the plant that died. This is the plant that I had for years that died. It's a pothos. And I just plucked a couple baby plants straight out of the ground with my trusty shovel that I carry around in our camper van. And we'll see how she does. And then this was from, I forget what this plant is called.
Someone can tell us in the comments, I'm sure.
But it's cute. It's just a baby. We'll see how they go.
You're such a great homemaker, honey.
More plants in the van again. Yay!
The bird song out here this morning is absolutely incredible, but I swear every single time I bring out the audio recorder to record it, they all shut up. And then as soon as I turn it off, they're like, oh, she's not recording anymore. And then they start chirping up. Damn birds. We have yet another beautiful breakfast bonanza. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Love you.
I love you back.
Oh yeah. We're going hiking today?
Yeah, we're going to hike on a road.
Yeah. Good old road. Let's do it.
All right, so we're on the move. We're heading to a viewpoint, Mirador, up the mountain towards San Jose. We were informed by Santiago that the road beyond Alta Cima is definitely not 2x4 two-wheel drive friendly, so we're walking the distance, and yeah, we're gonna see what we can find today.
And that there is why Santiago said we shouldn't come up here with the van. I mean, the van totally can make it up this, but there's that differentiation point of, do we want to go here? Do we need to go here? We don't need to. What do you think about that view?
Yeah. Imagine if like you flew the drone and lost it.
Don't say things like that.
Having
It's like my worst nightmare.
having to hike through this. No, gracias.
No, gracias. Do not want to hike through all of that to get a drone. All right, so we will translate this for those English speakers to all of our Spanish speakers. We would love to know if this is a joke or if it's serious. But we are about to enter Valle del OVNI, which means the Valley of the UFO. And basically it's saying anyone that passes through here with cargo, please pay 50 pesos to the UFO manager. That's kind of funny.
That's super funny.
Hope we don't get abducted.
They can have me. I'll live with the aliens.
This is super cool. So this place totally reminds me, for whatever reason, I don't know exactly why, but it reminds me of Chute Lake. And if you are Canadian, or my parents, sorry, if you're Canadian and live in the Okanagan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Chute Lake is this beautiful place in the southern Okanagan. Has a beautiful lake. There's no lake here, but I don't know, for some reason this place kind of reminds me of that. It's really tranquil. Maybe it's the smell that I smelled when we got in here, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful spot. My goodness.
Oh, nice.
This was definitely worth hiking to.
It's like the Titanic shipyards.
Yeah, yet again, we have found another little bit of BC.
Oh, cute town. Mucho. What's cool?
I've been trying to figure that out.
I've been trying to figure out cool and cute for a while.
And it's not real.
Cool as fresco.
Okay.
We sat there for a short time looking out over the small town below, wondering what a tranquil Mexican village in the mountains would be like to live in. If you ever want an unplugged and quiet existence, we know where to find it. When finally we descended from the overlook and made our way back to camp, we stumbled upon something rather unexpected.
Get on the air. Rika.
All right, so you guys just saw an image of a truck off the side of the road. It was like a 2500 Denali Chevy of some sort, big truck, lifted on fancy rims and stuff like that. We encountered the owner of the truck. He couldn't get a signal on his phone, so we invited him down here to the van so that he could use our Starlink, and he was able to call help and have someone come and pick him up. And he just got picked up by a 1500 Dodge, like second gen 1500 Dodge with 4 guys, and they're gonna go and try and pull the truck out, and it's not gonna happen. Either that truck's gonna go further on down the mountain, or they're gonna have to turn back and go and get something bigger, probably 2 trucks with 2 large winches, and a lot more guys.
It's incredible how fast he mobilized the team, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they've only been here like an hour, and they got a truck going. So that's cool. We got to chat with him for a while and learn a little bit about his life and what he does. And yeah, but it goes to show how dangerous those roads are. You can go off them really, really quick. Glad we haven't yet. Yet. My goodness, darling. What have you made?
Bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Beef bibimbap.
So are you eating Korean in Mexico?
See.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. This is a yummy dinner. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So that right there is Antonio. He's the owner of the property, and so we were able to, chat with him, pay him for staying, and really, really wonderful person. We're just finding that overall the personalities out here in Mexico are just like really chill, really kind. Of course, there's a language barrier, but with broken Spanish and Google Translate, we're usually able to get to a fairly decent understanding. And yeah, we're just loving the interactions that we are having here in Mexico. Some people have been asking why we don't include more of those interactions. We're just trying to be sensitive to people. We don't like putting a camera on people's face right away. Like, we need to be able to establish a relationship with someone before putting a camera on them. We're getting better at doing that, but of course the language barrier exists, so we can't really get to that level of relationship where we can say, hey, can we put you on camera? With that being said, we're heading down the mountain today. We're gonna go see if we can find some water to take a bath in, and then we're gonna probably stay one more night besides whatever water we find, and then I think we're heading south, but we're not entirely sure because the overcast has found us here, and there's like a polar storm or something like that going on throughout the United States, and so everywhere's cold, including here in Mexico.
drive back down the mountain along the same rocky 2-track we'd followed up here was completed in marginally quicker fashion, but it was still painfully slow. After airing up our tires, we made our way the short distance to a riverside resort a little south of Airalo Global, where we would camp for the night.
Did you order the largest alcoholic drink we could find on the menu?
See.
Oh, good.
So we've arrived here at La Pocatoma. It's like a little touristy resort at the start of the Rio Frio, which cold river. It comes out of the mountain, and it's got a really beautiful swimming area, beautiful water. And tomorrow it might be hot enough for us to go swimming. But right now, I mean, I'm managing in a t-shirt, so it's not that bad. But
It's like 20 degrees.
yeah, it's like comparatively cool for what we have experienced since we've been in Mexico.
See.
Yeah, now we need some food.
That right there is Mexico's equivalent to a crow.
They're beautiful, but they look menacing.
They're beautiful and they sound a lot nicer than a crow.
It looks like it would just pluck your eyeball out though, hey?
Honestly, though. All right, first dish of this meal is a little bit different than what we usually have, but it looks delicious.
Looks super delicious.
And dish number 2, tostada camarón. Yum.
Well, this is home for the night. We're gonna camp in the parking lot of this beautiful establishment here and hope that they turn off the music and everyone leaves at a reasonable hour.
So maybe one downside to sleeping in a parking lot is that a tour bus comes and parks beside you at 7 o'clock in the morning and divulges its cargo of tourists.
Okay, so we're just about we're just about to leave to head on about a 2 or 3 hour drive to a set of waterfalls that's further south. But before we do that, we're gonna make sure to jump in because
Cold plunge!
always go swimming.
Oh, it's way nicer than I thought it was gonna be.
Bye, camera. We'll see you later.
I drowned. Look at that.
It's so nice.
This stretch of road back along the way we had come, but during the day, presented some new things to ponder. Our route south was markedly more busy with traffic of the local workforce. Tractors, commuter cars, and the large sugarcane trucks peppered our drive through this large swath of agricultural sector here in southern Tamaulipas. Farm workers attended the sugarcane fields, and when we passed through towns, the streets were alive with activity.
First time buying something from a street vendor or a gas station vendor.
I was just saying we
Tiny
should have
little
stopped at a
bananas.
store because I don't have any bananas. And then somebody popped out
They're
at the
like-
gas station with bananas.
They're like bananas for minions.
Mini bananas?
Oh. I like bite-sized bananas.
They're good.
They're really yummy.
Me gusta.
No. And now for another one of our famous roadside breakfasts. Today we're in a Pemex parking lot.
The cereal.
Yet again, we got cereal.
The remainder of our trip back to San Luis Potosi wound us through a few small mountain passes and towns until eventually we were once again approaching the mountains from whence we had come. This was when we realized we were following in the footsteps of our friends Matt and Stacy of Toyota World Runners, who had preceded us by a year and a half. We were on our way to Cascada Minas Viejas.
You ready?
I'm going to a waterfall.
In the sun. In the sun.
So it's very hot down here, which is fantastic, and that means that it is
It's
waterfall
like 20
time.
degrees.
It's hot enough. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're gonna go check out a beautiful waterfall. Stoked!
You did a cute thing. Oh,
Look at that smile.
you're like a Shiba Inu.
Even though you may have watched video or seen photos beforehand, there is literally nothing in this world that can prepare you for the first sight of this incredible natural spectacle. From here on out, between us, we're calling this one Kool-Aid Falls.
Damn.
It's a lot of workers. Holy smokes.
We just found our first tarantula.
Tarantula sighting.
Cool. He's missing a leg.
Aww, that's sad.
Two? Yeah.
About 15 minutes upriver from Minas Viejas was the El Paraíso campground, where we set up camp for the night. The following day, we moved from the campground to a hidden away spot along the riverside and remained there for the weekend.
I didn't have to say I love you, but I need to know, do you love me too? Love me too. But you don't love me too. Love me
Our first week in San Luis Potosi, a week that was supposed to be jam-packed full of sunshine, Kool-Aid waterfalls, and sun tanning didn't turn out the way we had planned, but that's okay. Remaining flexible in the face of ever-changing circumstances is just part of traveling. If we had remained rigid and attempted to bend our experiences to our will, we wouldn't have collected the unique and poignant experiences that you saw in this film. Thank you for being here. We hope that our travels and stories encourage and inspire you to get out there into the world and make your own long-lasting memories. There's a big, beautiful world out there for you to explore. Until the next one, keep on roaming. If you'd like to see more behind-the-scenes content, route info, camp spots, and more, or if you'd just like to help us by putting some gas in our tank every month, you can contribute on Patreon. Also, make sure to go on over to slowroamers.com to get yourself some stylish Slow Roamers merch.